People whispered as the janitor walked into the graduation hall. His uniform faded, his boots worn, and his hands trembling with pride. He wasn't supposed to stand out. He never did. But when the USMC captain on stage glanced at his wrist, at the small tattoo he had spent years hiding, her smile vanished. The folder in her hand dropped. Her voice cracked as she whispered, "Sir, is that your mark?" The hall went silent. The twins froze mid-stride, and the man everyone thought was just a janitor suddenly became someone the Marine Corps wasn't prepared to face today. Ethan Cole had spent 14 years mopping floors at Ridgeview High School, long enough that students knew his gentleness more than his story. They saw the quiet man who arrived before sunrise, humming old country songs as he pushed his cleaning cart. They saw the father who packed 2 identical lunch boxes every morning, wrote little notes, and smiled even on days that broke him. What they didn't see was the war hero he once was. Ethan had walked away from everything after his wife died, giving birth to their twin girls, Maya and Lily. The Marines moved on, but he couldn't. Every medal, every honor, he packed them away and never looked back. All he kept was a small tattoo on his wrist, a lightning-shaped insignia belonging to a classified rescue unit the military never publicly acknowledged. It was his last tie to a past that hurt too much to remember. Raising twin girls alone wasn't easy. He worked nights and slept little. Some days the electricity bill won over groceries. Some months even holding on to the job felt like climbing a cliff with bloody fingers. But Maya and Lily never saw the struggle. They saw a father who braided their hair, who stayed up teaching them algebra, who clapped the loudest at every school event, even when he was dead tired. The girls grew into brilliant, kind young women, scholarship students, honor roll, leaders of their class. And today, they were graduating. Ethan ironed his shirt 3 times, smoothing out the sleeves like he was preparing for inspection. His chest felt tight as he walked into the auditorium. This moment meant more than he could ever explain. But something else happened that morning. A new USMC captain had been invited to give the commencement speech. Captain Jordan Hale, decorated, sharp, respected. As Ethan passed by the side of the stage, she caught a glimpse of his wrist, the insignia he had forgotten to hide. She stopped talking mid-sentence. Her eyes widened with a recognition that sent chills down Ethan's spine. But before anything could happen, the ceremony began, and he slipped quietly into the crowd. He thought it was over. It wasn't, not even close. The ceremony moved forward, music swelling, students cheering. Ethan watched his daughters march in with their caps gleaming, their identical smiles sharp enough to cut through every hardship he had ever faced. He thought he could enjoy this moment in peace. But Captain Hale kept scanning the room, searching, unsettled. When the twins' names were called, Ethan stood. Pride burned in his chest so strongly he had to blink away tears. Both girls spotted him immediately and waved, laughing through tears of their own. The audience clapped, cameras flashed, and then Captain Hale stepped forward to hand them their diplomas, but suddenly froze. Her gaze dropped to Ethan again, specifically to his wrist, where the tattoo peeked out as he wiped his tears. Her breath hitched. She whispered under her breath. No, that unit was classified. Only 6 members, 3 Kia, 2 missing, 1 legend. The microphone picked up part of it. People began to murmur. Ethan looked away, heart pounding. He hated attention. He hated memories. But before he could move, the captain walked off the stage, breaking the script of the ceremony, and approached him directly. Students turned. Teachers stared. The twins, stunned, followed her with their eyes. Captain Hale stopped in front of Ethan, her voice barely steady. "Sir, forgive the question, but are you Shadow 6? The man who saved my brother's entire squad in Helmand?" The hall erupted in whispers. Phones went up. Ethan's face went pale. He had spent years burying that identity. The missions, the night they were ambushed, the decision that saved others but cost him everything. He clenched his fists. He wanted to deny it. Pretend he was just a janitor, just a dad. But his daughters were watching. And for the first time in their lives, they deserved to know who he once was. So Ethan inhaled deeply, meeting the captain's trembling gaze. "First was a Marine," he said quietly. "A long time ago, but today I'm just a father." Maya and Lily reached him then, holding his hands. Captain Hale blinked back tears. "My family owes you everything," she said. "I thought you died in that explosion. The Corps searched for you for years." The hall fell silent again. Ethan exhaled, decades of weight slipping from his shoulders. I didn't want to be found, he murmured. My girls needed a dad more than the military needed a ghost. The twins hugged him tight, fierce, proud. The captain raised her voice to the entire auditorium. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is not just a janitor. He is a hero who sacrificed everything for his daughters and for this country. The audience stood. Applause thundered like a storm. Ethan's eyes burned with tears, not from the recognition, but from seeing his daughters look at him with a new kind of admiration. For the first time in his life, he let himself be proud, too.